trying to tackle my own TBR this year, in which is read what's at home. However, it is my birthday on the 25th, in which is a week or so away, and to celebrate I wanted to read my most anticipated books / books I'm most excited for. So I went to the bookshop today, my local bookshop, and decided to browse. I managed to pick up Lady Macbeth. I treated myself to one book because I didn't want to go absolutely crazy, so I picked up Lady Macbeth, very excited to read it, and that's going to be the first book that kicks off this little reading adventure of reading my most anticipated books / books I'm most excited for my birthday. So let the fun commence. I just finished Lady Macbeth, and my goodness, I'm rating this in my great tier, my top tier. I thought this was a splendid read, and I'm beginning to love Ava Reid's writing. Adored A Study in Drowning and adored this too. Now, this had themes of obviously being a Macbeth retelling, but it had women power, action-packed, adventure-packed. It was very fast-paced writing. The beautiful and imaginative scenes and descriptions in here and woven in here were phenomenal to read. It was so gruesome and gritty, atmospheric and gothic. It just had this sole focus of women and power and womanhood, and just getting your own back and really rooting for the main character in the story. I thought it was such a fantastic read, one I highly recommend. I was in a little bit of a slump, and this indeed pulled me out of it. It was so easy to immerse yourself in this really fast-paced, wonderful, gruesome, gothic, dark world full of magic and prophecies and war and gruesome actions, and it just being focused with womanhood. I highly recommend this one if they sound interesting to you, and if you've been thinking about picking this book up. So I'm going to scour my shelves, but I'm also eager and excited to read, and get back to you on my next anticipated book. So I am 69 pages through Paradise Robbed, and I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm just finding it really hard to get involved with. I think that's because we're having 3 different perspectives from 3 sisters, and it's quite apparent and transparent from the very first page how different they are in terms of personality and narrative style, etc, etc. I'm enjoying it in terms of the writing, and I'm enjoying perhaps how it's going to lead, because it does feel as though it's got that element and that air of uncertainty, and as though this could be very off the scale or representation of mental health, but I am finding it jarring flitting between the different perspectives, and it always takes me time to adapt and remind myself that I am flicking between the two, so it is becoming quite a slow read and a slog for me, and I think it's putting me in a little bit of a slump, which is not what I'm wanting at all. So I am deciding to pick up Wild Love by Elsie Silver, hopefully to be a bit of a palate cleanser, just because I'm finding this book quite heavy, quite a lot to read and a lot on the brain, so I'm hoping this will help cleanse my palate and then get back into Paradise Rot. So that is the plan, so let's get to reading. So it's still a couple days before my birthday, but my lovely boyfriend has given me my gifts early. I have 2 books and a wonderful necklace. I'm going to show you the books. The first one is More Days in the Marizaki Bookshop. I am so excited for this one. I was eagerly anticipating its release. After finishing and loving the first installment of the book, it was just wonderful to me. It's translated Japanese fiction. It has cozy vibes, book lovers in it, bookshops in it. It has cats and comfort and family, and I just adored this first installment, so hoping hoping I love the second just as much. And then I also got Bonded by Thorns. I'm really intrigued by this one. The map is absolutely stunning in this end page, and the concept is intriguing too. What I'm not quite 100% sure on is the romance. It seems to say about 4 fae and 1 female, 1 awkward bookworm. So I'm not quite sure where that's going to go. Hopefully not in the round where they all have a relationship, but we will see. But the awkward bookworm is definitely something that sold this book to me, and I'm so grateful to him for getting me these 2 wonderful books and these 2 fantastic gifts. So excited to read them both, and I think I'm going to get started on them this weekend. So yeah. Reading More Days at the Marizaki bookshop, and I thought it was a delight to read in terms of the writing, the characters, and being back in this world full of book lovers and bookshops, but it was quite a somber tone to it compared to the first one. I found this one to have much more realistic and true feelings and thoughts and life events that happened, and it did have a tone of hopefulness as well, and I feel as though that's what made this feel so wholesome. It had this element of these trauma events and these traumatic events that some people go through, and a lot of people struggle with some of these themes as well, and then it had this tone of hopefulness and these books and this bookworm who just adores books and friendship and family and love. And yeah, I just felt as though it was quite contrasting in how it dealt with these themes, because it did have that tone of hopefulness there and that tone of comfort. And I thought it was great. It was superb. It flew by as always. And I just love being in this world with this bookshop, with these characters and this writing style. I think it is truly a delight. So highly recommend, in my great tier for certain. Hello friends, so it is the 25th of August, which is my birthday today. Yay! I'm obviously starting the day as most other days, and which is reading. I like to do all of my favorite things on my birthday, and of course one of them is reading. And I want to give you an update that I have finished this book. I'm rating it in my good tier. I thought it was great. I had so much fun reading it. This had themes of your typical romantasy themes, which has fae and human world, bonds and mates and realms, princes, good and evil. It also has castles and magic. And then I also found this book to be so joyous and so simple, and it was very much the blueprint of every other romantasy I've read, but in terms of its writing style, it was so addictive. In terms of the characters in here, it was so addictive, and I just thought it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of cringy elements in this, but I think that really just added to the story, and I had so much fun just diving into this and reading it. It was a really joyous time, and I'm so glad that I got given this by my wonderful boyfriend for my birthday. So I've read actually all of my books that I've received for my birthday so far already. But yeah, this one I definitely recommend if they sound interesting to you and you're on the lookout for a light-hearted, fun, romantic read that does end on a bit of a cliffhanger, has all of those themes that I've just mentioned, then this is perhaps the series for you, because this is the first book in the series and I think there are 4 other books perhaps, so I'm thinking about ordering those. Anyway, that is my little update. I think I'm also going to end the video here because, of course, like I just said, it is my birthday today, so I'm wanting to spend time doing birthday things, and yeah, I'm going to stop this little adventure here because I've had fun on the lead up to my birthday reading those of my anticipated books. So thank you ever so much for joining on this adventure. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you have a wonderful day or night, and until next time, bye.